Tug D.
My name's Tug D and I'm a poet, at least that's what it says on my blog, alongside lonely and self-deluded. This top that I'm wearing is a proper football top made by the band Los Campesinos, who are the best band in the world. Yes. And I'm wearing it tonight mainly because you look at it, it's a work of art. And I like the fact that it says doomed, because that says, isn't it, the poet's doomed. So I thought, as I'm wearing a football top, I'd open with a poem about football, sort of. This is called Coming Out as a Goalkeeper. I have always disappointed my father. It began as a boy when I returned home with my hand-me-down holy socks caked in mud and patches of dull purple forming on my knees. He would creep his eyes over the Sunday screws and say simply, "Did you score this week?" But I never did. He wanted me to be a swan-neck trek artista, but I was at best a nervous Neville, shoelaces tied to my glasses and in a constant state of stumble. He never hogged a touchline or risked his gleaming Reeboks against the park's reputation for attracting Vindaloo-loving dogs. Observation comes at a great distance, he'd drawl to my mother, each syllable slowly escaping his mouth. Whenever she suggested I might score if he bothered to brave the citrus sting of a Sunday wind. Yet my mother never knew the secret I kept hidden at the end of a long marble corridor in the dead centre of my brain, dimming it with candles at 10-foot intervals, igniting a path made to a vault of stubborn Port Talbot steel, with an encryption lock so tricksy the NSA declare it a threat to national security. But my father lost interest every time I revealed my drought had yet to be quenched, until one Sunday in early October, when the leaves clinging to branches have the realisation that they are hideously out of fashion, he followed up his usual inquiry with, "Why is it you never score?" In the seconds it took for the question to untangle itself from his throat, I felt several tears preparing for an expedition. I unzipped my Dirt Street kit bag and placed the gloves on the table. Thank you. Haiku next. Now, I hate haikus, I think they're just awful. And the reason that I hate them should become apparent after I've done it. This is called The Only Haiku I Will Ever Write. Haikus are so shit. You can't say something profound with so few syllables. Cheers. The last poem I'm going to do is from a pamphlet that I published last year called An Afternoon Pint with EP, where I wrote poems imagining what it'd be like to go drinking with like Sylvia Plath or someone like that. And a digital version of that is now available to download for free on the internet. So if you just put the poet Tug D into Google with WordPress as well, it'll come up if you want to. Thank you to Nick for putting me on. This is from that collection. I've been Tug D, and this is called An Afternoon Pie with Stuart Lee. Well, you see, the thing is, right, I was walking through Stoke Newington the other day, and this utter madness. Wearing a tie of the brightest blue, he comes straight up to me and he says, "Hello, Stu, would you like to hear my volatile, unsubstantiated opinion on immigration?" And I said, yes. So he flashes an authoritarian smile and says that immigration is nothing less than naked Nefandrols wrapping themselves in their velvet cloths of empire. And then he said, "Stu, would you like to hear my extreme opinion on the inherent scamming of the NHS?" And I said, yes I would. So he starts foaming in the corner of his Michelin star mouth. NHS is nothing more than a crumbling exoskeleton bought with the gold that didn't survive the trek to Panama. And then he said, "Stu, would you like to hear my opinion on the inherent falsity of social mobility?" And I said, yes I would. So he goes off like a worm caught in the claws of a soaring feathered god, that social mobility is nothing less than suck-vein wastrels having an extra threepence in their heavily stitched pockets spent on scratch cards and economy bottles of Polish vodka. And then he said, "Stu, would you like to hear my opinion on the inherent brutality of the welfare state?" And I said, yes I would. And so he starts jabbering, his mouth forcing itself into jagged structures to help elongate his vowels, and he made himself clear, plain than inkless paper or Radio 4 past midnight, that the welfare state is nothing but a million billion maggots gorging themselves on a half-dead body, feasting till their sickly bulbous forms explode. And I looked at him, a tiny drop of nectar left in his glass, and his quiff drooping sadly down to his nose. And I said, none of this is true, is it, Stu? Thank you.